Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't the real Spider-Man, and he might not be the Spider-Man too. He is, and we're gonna get into why that is. We're gonna go over everything that makes Spider-Man, Spider-Man. We're gonna go over the swing scenes, the fight scenes, the love interest.
There was a disturbance.
I don't know you.
Oh my god. Everything. By the way, this isn't going over any of their Peter Parkers. They're all good in their own way. Well, most of them.
Oh no, he's hot!
We're not even halfway in the movie yet, and this Peter Parker's already doing shit like this? He doesn't even have the black suit. Anyway, this is about who is the best live-action Spider-Man. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the swing scenes. Now, we all know the main way Spider-Man traverses the city, or anywhere he goes, is by swinging. But it seems like not all three Spider-Men understand this simple concept that makes Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Let's start with the MCU Spider-Man. Every time this Spider-Man is either swinging around the city while being CGI'd out of his mind, or in the middle of chasing someone down, the camera jump cuts from as he starts to swing to right around when he's about to land. And when we do actually see him swing, the camera never follows him. So we never get the sense of flow or momentum while watching this Spider-Man swing. Anytime he's about to swing around the building, it jump cuts. When we do actually see him swing, most of the time, the camera's too zoomed out or it hardly moves. So we're just left sitting there watching a swing scene that pretty much feels lifeless. I mean, look at this. Do you feel anything after watching that? Because I don't. This Spider-Man also near enough has no style while he's swinging. It's the most basic form you can think of. Yeah, he does a flip here and there, but compared to the other two, it's nothing. It's nothing. Now look, I'm not saying that all of his swing scenes are like that. The one in Homecoming is pretty good. The one where he's swinging around trying to web up the fairy that got torn in half. And are there any more? Yeah, that's pretty much the only good swing scene he has in all three of his movies. All the other times he's either running, even in places where he could definitely be swinging. But he still chooses to run. Or when he's pulling out a wingsuit that his adopted dad Iron Man gave him and starts to fly. Now look, if I wanted to watch someone do either of those, I'll go watch The Flash or Batman. Both of those guys can do running and gliding a whole lot better than Spider-Man. Let's get out the MCU. Let's look at the other two Spider-Men swinging. Right off the bat, the swing scenes are way more engaging to watch than whatever the hell the MCU was doing. Andrew's Spider-Man swing scenes are much more flow-based. Everything looks much more smoother and cleaner. There's much more style. This guy's doing wall bounces and parkouring in the middle of swinging. The camera's constantly following Spider-Man, giving us the sense that we're swinging with him. Tobey's Spider-Man swing scenes are much more momentum-based. You can see him build up speed while he's swinging to launch himself upwards or forwards. Also, do you see any jump cuts? Because I don't. Just like with Andrew's Spider-Man, the camera continuously follows Tobey's Spider-Man, so there is no loss in flow or momentum while he's swinging. Look here, look, listen. Tobey's and Andrew's swinging scenes blows Tom Holland's swinging scenes out the water. But that could change. With them finally going back to practical swinging instead of CGI, maybe this Spider-Man could finally get some good swing scenes instead of jump cuts every 2 seconds. Pulling out a wingsuit like he's Batman, or running like he's the Flash.
I knew he'd cave. He's a fucking pussy, that kid.
Let's move on to the fight scenes. Now, we all know what makes a Spider-Man fight unique from any other superhero. His combination of various different fighting styles. Boxing, jiu-jitsu, capoeira, taekwondo, aikido. Blending with his insane acrobatics and all the stuff he can do with his webs. Now let's start with Bully Maguire. This guy is all about throwing hands. Out of all three of the Spider-Men, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man definitely uses his webs the least in the middle of a fight because he's too busy beating the shit out of these guys with his bare hands. This Spider-Man is so pissed off in nearly all the fights he's in that half the time he probably forgets that he even has webs.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
And that's mainly because half of these villains are endangering the ones he loves. And let's not forget that this Spider-Man looks like he shits himself in most of these fights. You don't believe me? Listen to this. Due to all the mental stress he goes through mid-fight, in Spider-Man 3 while he's fighting Harry, he's worried about a ring that keeps slipping through his fingers that he wants to give to MJ later on. Meanwhile, in the same movie, she cheats on him for Harry. Oh wait, I think I'm saying his name wrong.
Harry is dead! Harry!
Harry! We get it, you want to be new and unique with all of these name choices. Whatever. Definitely the most apeshit Spider-Man out of all three of them.
Blue Hawk went apeshit for no reason.
Let's move on to Andrew's fight scenes. His Spider-Man fight scenes are definitely the most spider-like fight scenes out of all three of them. The way he dodges, the way he maneuvers around while fighting definitely gives you the most spider-like vibes. This right here, what he does to the lizard in Amazing Spider-Man 1, is still the coolest thing any Spider-Man has ever done in a fight. Marvel, why aren't you doing this with that Disney money? This Spider-Man also has Ultra Instinct in real life. Tell me if him and Goku aren't doing the exact same thing right here. The way how he uses his webs to disarm people or even seduce them, he is literally crawling around places you don't want any man to crawl around. I don't care if God comes by. You don't crawl around my dick. But if it's a woman that looks like Gwen Stacy, why the hell not? Think about it. This Spider-Man definitely outshines the other two when it comes to looking and feeling the most like a spider. And I mean, it's right there. Andrew Garfield studied the movements of spiders and tried to incorporate them as much as he could, and you can definitely tell. Let's move on to the MCU Spider-Man fights. Now I know I've been shitting on Tom Holland's swing scenes this whole time, but most of his fight scenes are actually good when he actually does fight. The one in Far From Home against Mysterio is good, the one where he's using his spider sense to get to Mysterio, or the other one when he's in an illusion fighting Mysterio. Even though he whiffs all of his webs. How? This guy has a snow globe on his head. Like literally, look! This Spider-Man's gotta hit up aim labs or some shit! He's gotta do something to fix that aim. Also, the one on the bridge where he's fighting Doc Ock in No Way Home, this is the closest thing to a fight from Sekiro in real life. Him parrying using his spider arms, that's probably the coolest thing he's done. This Spider-Man also has the best spider sense by far. Him realizing Green Goblin took over Norman's body way before anyone even knew what was going on. Or the one when he's on the bridge fighting Mysterio. He's doing most of this while his eyes are closed. I mean, Jesus! Woo! This Spider-Man might have some bad swing scenes, but he definitely has some cool fights. But he needs more. And finally, let's talk about the love interest. Now this is going to be quick, because 2 out of the 3 love interests are really good. Gwen is the best Spider-Man, Peter, anything, love interest in all of these movies. She is by far the hottest. She's not a bitch.
I break up with you. I break up with you.
Okay, we'll let that slide because this Peter Parker, he's a time waster. He's a time waster. Okay. Look here, look, listen, Gwen, I gotta tell you something. Oh,
okay.
No. Okay, no, forget that. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about me, okay?
What about you?
Dude, just get off the roof. Gwen is the pinnacle of love interest, alright? Let's move on to MJ. Nah, not that one. Hey, by the way, what did you say your name was again?
Mary Jane.
It's Michelle Jones, actually.
It is a stupid name.
That is a stupid name, but her real name isn't. Zendaya. Anyway, the MCU MJ is once again not a bitch. She's funny in her own way.
Up, meaning that all this is kind of your mess. You know, I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this shit.
And she looks good. Now let's get on to the devil of the Spider-Man series, MJ. Now remember, if they ever make a Spider-Man 4, she's still alive. So she can come back and ruin Tobey's life all over again. This MJ is a fucking parasite. She's a gaslighter.
I'm lonely. You aren't there for me.
She cheats on Peter twice.
Beautiful Miss Mary Jane Watson has just agreed to marry me.
She's selfish.
This isn't about you. This is about me.
And let's not forget, she's the reason why Peter had a midlife crisis and lost his webs. MJ is everything that Spider-Man or Peter doesn't need in their life. Ever. MJ kind of reminds me of another love interest that ruined the TV show. Iris.
You refuse to see how dangerous this is. You talk about making decisions based on emotion. Look in the mirror.
Gotcha, bitch!
They're both gaslighters.
Then how could you leave me? You left me, Barry. You just left me. Standing there alone.
They're both selfish.
But Iris, she lied to us for months!
And she explained why.
That she was working with Dawn?
That doesn't bother you.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe if he killed your mother in front of you, you'd feel differently.
And they're both bitches. One killed a TV show, the other one nearly killed a whole trilogy. We need this MJ to die brutally. The way how they killed Gwen in Amazing Spider-Man 2, that's exactly how MJ should die. That shouldn't have happened to Gwen. Gwen's easily the best one out of all three of them. That should have happened to MJ. So who is the best Spider-Man out of all three of them? Well, in my opinion, it's definitely Andrew's Spider-Man. He has the best swing scenes, the best fight scenes, he has the coolest web sounds, he also looks and feels the most spider-like one out of all of them. And he has the best love interest. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next. Drop a like and subscribe if you did. If you want to know why there's a decline of attention span in gaming, watch this video right here. See ya!